And just find your way onto your back. You can keep your knees bent. And then just bring your feet to the edges of your mat and let your knees drop in towards the center. And then see if you can just tuck your shoulder blades under and allow your palms to face up towards the ceiling. Tuck your chin slightly so you elongate the back of your neck. Close your eyes. And then just start to feel all of the parts of your body that are touching the ground. Maybe you can sink a little deeper, relax and let go a little more. And then allow the front of your body to become really light. And then just start to notice your breath. Not changing it at all, just noticing the sensation of the breath entering your nostrils and exiting. And then start to deepen your breath. So taking bigger inhales and slow exhales. When you inhale, let your belly expand. And when you exhale, just relax and let the air slowly escape from your nose. Deep, full inhales. Slow exhales. And then just continue on with a slow rhythm of breathing. Maybe watching your belly rise and fall with your mind's eye. Taking just a couple more deep breaths. And then with your next inhale, slowly begin to bring the knees so they point up towards the ceiling. And then extend your legs one by one, long on the mat. Bring your arms overhead. And take a nice big deep stretch, pointing your toes, fingers reaching behind you. And then releasing that, walk your feet over to the right side of the mat. Followed by your shoulders so that you make that banana shape with your body. Let your arms come over to the side. And taking 2 big deep breaths here. With your next inhale, let's move back towards center with the feet and the shoulders. Lift your hips up and then walk the feet over to the other side, followed by the shoulders. So now we're making that banana shape on the other side. Allow the arms to relax. And then again, 2 big deep breaths. And then with your next inhale, start to move back towards center. And from here, we're going to bring the foot soles back onto the ground, so bending into the knees. And then we'll move through some somatic movement and breath. So take an inhale. And as you exhale, let your knees fall over to the right and your head move to the left. Inhale, bring your knees and your head up to center. And as you exhale, knees to the left and head looks to the right. Move in this way for a few rounds. Inhale, head and knees to center. Exhale, knees to the right, head to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. One more time each side. Exhale, knees to the right, head to the left. Inhale, head and knees to the center. Last time on this side. Inhale, bring the head and knees to center. And we're going to extend the left leg long and bring the right knee into the chest. And then from here, pull your shoulders up and your head towards your knee. Pull your navel in, and let's do some rotations with the ankle in one direction. And then in the other. Keeping the shoulders elevated. And as you exhale, bring your shoulders and head down. Take your left hand onto the outside of the right knee, and you're going to draw the knee across your body to the left. Take your right arm, extend it out from the shoulder, the palm face down. And then from here, we're actually going to push the knee up into the hand and the hand down into the knee. And then relax and let the knee fall down towards the ground. Inhale, let's bring that knee up to center, pull it in, and exhale, place that foot sole on the ground, and we'll switch. So bring your left knee into your chest now and extend your right leg straight. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, bring your head towards your knee, lifting your shoulders up, and then start to do some rotations with the ankle in one direction. And then the other. And then as you exhale, let your shoulders and your head come down. Take your right hand to the outside of the left knee. Extend your left arm straight from your shoulder, and let's guide the knee over to the right. And then again, press the knee up into the hand and the hand down into the knee. So creating some resistance. And then as you exhale, release and let the knee fall down towards the ground. Inhale, let's bring that knee back up to center. Place both foot soles on the ground. Lift your hips up, and then you're going to grab for the backs of your legs. So bring your knees up and extend your legs all the way up to the ceiling. And then we're going to bring the heels towards the bum and sit up. Cross your legs, and then let's come into a tabletop position. So knees are about right underneath your hips. Toes are tucked under. Spread your fingers wide. And then draw your shoulders back. Inhale, let's drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, rounding the other way. Tuck your chin. Press your shoulders towards the ceiling. And then inhale, drop the belly. Retract the shoulders, lift the gaze. And exhale. exhale, round the other way. We'll move through a couple more rounds of this as you inhale, drop the belly, retract the shoulders, lift the gaze. And exhale, round the other way. Inhale, last time. And exhale. Come to a flat back, untuck your toes, and let's shift the hips back towards the heels, reaching the arms forward and drawing your head towards the ground, finding child's pose, and then just rocking your hips from side to side. Inhale, look up at your hands and walk them over to the left, off of the mat. And then from here, we're going to keep pressing the hips back and draw the forehead down. Breathing into the right ribs, letting them fully expand on the inhale, and then exhale slow. One more time on this side. Inhale, big deep breath. Then exhale, slow. Next, inhale, look towards your hands. Let's walk them over to the other side of the mat. And then press your hips back. Bring your head down towards the ground. And again, beginning that nice, big, deep breath coming in. Expanding the left ribs. And exhale slow. One more time. Big inhale. And slow exhale. Next, inhale, look up and walk the hands back forward. From here, really reach them forward as far as you can. Let's inhale, come all the way forward. Bring the shoulders above the wrists. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows and draw the chest and the chin down towards the ground. Then bring the pelvis down, the tops of the feet down, legs are straight. And inhale, roll the shoulders around and lift them up, coming into baby cobra. Holding here. Keep your feet pressing down into the mat, all 10 toenails pressed down. And then exhale, let's release the forehead down. Big inhale here. Full exhale. And then next inhale, round the shoulders up and back and start to lift your chest up off the mat. Head comes up, press all 10 toenails down into the mat. This time we're going to slide the hands to the lower ribs. Keep the elbows tucked in, press the feet down, and see if you can start to straighten your arms and your mount. Holding here, draw the shoulders back. And exhale, release. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. And then on your next inhale, let's round them up again and back. Lift your chest and your head off the mat. Press all 10 toenails down. And then again, slide your hands down to your lower ribs. Squeeze your elbows in. And then start to extend your arms. Lifting up in your mount. Draw your shoulders back, looking forward or up. And exhale, slowly lower. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Pull your elbows in, and then let's take a big inhale. And as you exhale, press yourself back into tabletop. Tuck your toes under. And we're going to find our first downward facing dog. So start to lift your chest and press it back towards your thighs, straightening the legs, and drawing the heels down. Think about broadening the shoulders, pressing the hands into the mat and gripping with your fingers. And then let's pedal out the dog. So bending one knee at a time. Coming up on the toes of the right foot, bending into the right knee, and the left heel comes down. And then switch. Come up onto both toes. Start to straighten the right leg, heel comes down, and bend into the left knee. And then pedaling back and forth. Come up high on both toes, and then bring both heels down to the ground. Inhale, let's lift the right leg straight up behind you. And as you exhale, keep that leg lifted. Come down onto your left knee. And then swing your right foot forward in between your hands. Press your pelvis forward. Press down through your big toe mound. Pull your navel in. And inhale, let's reach up. Interlace your fingers and then press your palms towards the ceiling. Lift your heart up. Inhale, release. Bring your hands on either side of that front foot and we'll step back to downward facing dog. Come up high on both toes. Exhale, bring the heels down, and inhale, lift the left leg straight up. Keep that leg lifted. Come up high on your right toes, and then come down on your right knee. And then swing the left foot forward in between your hands. Press down through your big toe mound, shift your pelvis forward, and then inhale, reach up. Interlace your fingers and press your palms towards the ceiling. Lift your heart up. Inhale to come forward. Place both hands on either side of your front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. 2 big deep breaths here. Next, inhale, come up high on your toes. Bend your knees a lot, look forward to your hands, and step your feet towards your hands. From here, coming into a halfway lift. So bring your palms onto your shins, draw your shoulders back, pull your navel in, looking straight down towards the ground. Let's take 3 big deep breaths here. Reaching the crown of the head towards the front and the tailbone towards the back of the mat. With your next exhale, fold all the way forward. Grab on for opposite elbows. Shake your head from side to side. Bend your knees a lot and inhale, come all the way up. Reach your arms above your head. Interlace your fingers and press your palms towards the ceiling. Take a great big inhale, and as you exhale, hinge over to the right. Inhale to center, and exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. Last time, inhale, center, and exhale. Inhale all the way up, release your hands behind you. And then from here, coming to the top of your mat. We're going to start to shift our weight into the left leg. And then as you inhale, bring your hands onto your hips and draw your right knee up so that it's parallel to the ground. Pull your toes towards your knee. Holding here and balancing. And then we're going to start to open up the legs. So take your right hand onto the inside of the knee, and we're going to open up at the hip. Keep the toes pulling towards the knee, strong in your standing leg. Slowly guide that leg back to center. And exhale, release it down. Shake out your legs. Moving right over to the other side. Start to get strong into your right leg. As you inhale, hands onto your hips, and start to draw the knee up. Bringing the thigh parallel to the ground. Toes pulling up towards the knee. Draw your shoulders back. Standing up tall. Strong in your right leg. Then take your left hand onto the inside of the knee and draw it open. Holding here. Inhaling, draw that knee slowly back to center. And place the foot down. Bend your knees, inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, reach. And exhale, hands to your heart. From here, we're going to step the right foot back with the heel towards the center of the mat and the toes towards the upper right corner. Bend into your front knee. Make sure it's tracking straight forward. And then as you inhale, lift your arms above your head, pressing your palms if that feels good. If not, opening up your arms. Keep that bend in the front knee, and then drawing that back heel down. Breathing and holding. And then taking more of a back bend, lift your heart up, reach your arms out to the side. Exhale to come forward. Keep the legs where they are, hinge forward and reach forward with your hands, looking straight down at your big toe. And then draw your arms behind you, palms face down. Reach your fingers towards the back of the mat. Bring your hands onto your front knee, interlace your fingers. Come up high on your back toes. Bend into that knee and then step that foot forward. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale finds a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, reach. Press your palms at the top. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Bend your knees and step your left foot back. Heel towards the center, toes towards the upper left corner. And then bend into that front knee, with the knee going in a straight line over the foot. Inhale, press the palms and reach your arms up. Press down through that back heel. And then option to have the arms open if that feels better. Holding here, just breathing. With your next inhale, reach the heart up and open the arms. And as you exhale, start to reach forward, hinge at the hip. Reach your arms straight forward, looking down at your big toe, pull your navel in. And then start to guide your hands behind you, palms facing down. Reach your fingertips back. Staying strong in your legs. Bring your hands forward, interlace your fingers and place them on the upper thigh. Come up on the back toes, bend into that knee, and step forward. Inhale, reach up, grow tall. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Bend your knees a lot. And inhale, reach all the way up. Hands towards your heart. From here, step your right foot back, coming into warrior two. So that foot is more parallel with the short edge of your mat. And then heel toe that front foot somewhere that feels balanced. And then start to bend into that knee. Make sure that knee is tracking more towards the outside, the pinky toe side. And then draw your shoulders in line with your hips. Inhale, reach your arms up. Look behind you so that your back arm is straight out from your shoulder. And your right arm is straight out from your right shoulder. Gazing over your middle finger. Breathing here. Staying connected to your feet, pressing down. Lifting through the crown of your head. Drawing the shoulder blades back. And then bend into your front arm. Place the forearm on the thigh. And inhale, reach your right arm up and over alongside your ear. Keep pressing the feet down. And then from the back heel all the way through to the top fingertips. Feeling a nice long stretch. Next, inhale, guide that top hand up and back. Bend into the elbow. Place the forearm on the back. And then inhale, lift your left arm up. And then maybe you're taking a little mini back bend. Keep pressing down through the feet. Reaching up through the arm. Inhale, come back to center. Let's windmill the hands on either side of that front foot. Come up high on the back toes. And then step the left foot back to meet the right, coming up into a plank position, holding. Reach through the heels. Press down through the hands and then feel like you're wiping them out to the side. And then as you exhale, bring your knees to the ground. Lower the chest and the chin. As you inhale, find cobra or upward facing dog, whatever feels good in your body. And then moving through tabletop, tuck your toes under, find downward facing dog. And then let's take some knee bends here. So bending the knees, coming up on the toes, and then straightening the legs, drawing the heels down. Bend the knees, come up high on the toes, and then straighten the legs. Draw the heels down. One more time, bend the knees. Come up on the toes. And straighten the legs. Heels down. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees a lot, and step the feet to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale, reach up. Get really tall. And exhale, hands to your heart. Bend your knees and step your left foot back. So that foot is in line with the short edge of the mat. And then finding just the right spot for your front foot so you feel grounded and stable. And then start to bend into that front knee, making sure it's tracking more towards the pinky side. And then from here, draw your arms up, straight from your shoulders. And then gazing over your front fingers, finding your drishti, your gazing point. Maybe you can bend a little more into that front knee now that you feel stable. Holding and breathing. Then bend into that front arm, place the forearm on the thigh, and inhale, reach the left arm up and over in line with the ear. So from that back heel pressing down through to the fingertips, you want to find a stretch along the side of the body. Nice deep breath. With your next inhale, let that top arm guide itself back, bending into the elbow, place it on your low back. And inhale, reach the right arm up and over, lifting the heart up, keeping a bend in the front knee. Nice big deep breath. Inhale, come up. Windmill the arms on either side of that front foot. Come up high on back toes. And then step back, finding that plank position again. Press down through the hands and out like you're wiping the mat away. Press out through your heels. Pull your navel in. As you exhale, bring your knees down, followed by your chin and your chest. Inhale, finding cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, tabletop through to downward facing dog. 2 big deep breaths here. Next, inhale, look towards your hands, bend your knees a lot, and step your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, find a halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, root your feet and rise all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart center. And then step out to the wide edge of your mat. So from here, we're going to keep the feet parallel. So if I was to move my arms out to the side, my feet are about underneath my wrists, somewhere in that general area. Bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees, and start to fold forward. Bring your hands down onto the ground and reach your hands forward. So coming into more of like a wide-legged downward facing dog. Take your right hand and reach back and under towards the left ankle. If you can grab onto that ankle, you're grabbing that ankle. And then see if you can start to twist and look under your left arm. Inhale, let's come back. Take your right hand in front of you. And then let's take the left arm, reaching towards the right ankle. And then looking underneath the right armpit. Nice big deep breath. Inhale, reach that hand back forward, and then you're going to walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Draw the shoulders back, pull the navel in, bend your knees a lot. Bring one hand at a time onto your waist and lift yourself up. And then guide your heels in towards the center and the toes out. Draw your shoulders up, back and down. Do this a couple times. And then from here, start to bend into the knees. So we're trying to get them to track towards the center of the foot, coming into goddess pose. And then inhale, reach your arms up above your head. And then bend into your elbows, coming into cactus arms. Pull your navel in. See if you can draw your elbows back. And then we're going to lean over to the left side. So place the left forearm onto the left thigh and reach the right arm up and over. Inhale, let's come back to center, cactus arms. Straighten the legs, reach up. Get nice and tall, maybe a mini back bend, lifting the heart up. And then come back to center, bend into your knees. And draw your arms back into cactus. Holding here, navel pulls in, lifting up, heart lifts. Draw the elbows back. And then let's hinge over to the right. Place the right forearm on the thigh, and then inhale, reach the left arm up and over. Keep bending into the knees and pressing them back. Nice, big, deep breath. And inhale brings you back to center. And then reach all the way up. Press your palms. Lift your chest, mini back bend. And bring yourself back to center. Hands to your heart. From here, we're going to bring that left foot back to parallel with the short edge of the mat. And then we're going to pivot the right toes forward. So coming into the position for a Trikonasana. And then we're going to rock on the hips here. So side to side. And then shift the hips back towards the left foot. Reach your arms up, out from your shoulders, and then start to reach and lean forward. Take your right arm down onto the front shin, or whatever is close. Keep a mini bend in that front knee, and then draw the left shoulder back. Pull your navel in. Inhale, and reach your arm up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing down through the feet. And then maybe you start to reach that top arm up and over, palm face down. Pull your navel in, press down through your feet, bend in that front knee, and inhale, come up. Bring your hands onto your hips, and we're going to change directions by pivoting the right foot so that it's in line with the short edge of the top of the mat. And then pivot on the back heel so the toes point towards the back of the mat. And then again, here we are, pivoting on our hips, just feeling that position so that we can bring the hips towards that back leg, now the right leg. Pull your navel in, reach your arms out, and then start to reach all the way forward. Bring the left hand down onto the shin, or whatever's close. Mini bend in that knee. Draw your right shoulder back, and then lift your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Maybe your gaze goes towards the ceiling. Or you can just look out towards the side or the ground, whatever feels best on your neck. Pressing through the feet, staying nice and strong. And then let's take that top arm up and over, in line with the ear, palm face down. Pull the navel in. Holding here. And then bend into that front knee, pull the navel in and reach your arm up and down. Pivot on both heels so that we come to the top of the mat. And then shake the legs out. Good. Last standing balance. We'll move through a flow in between though. So bend your knees and then inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find a halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale and reach up. Hands towards your heart. So come a little closer, not necessarily the middle of the mat, but a little bit farther back. And then start to press most of your weight into your left foot. And then we're going to bend into the right knee and reach back for the top of the foot. If you can, take both hands behind you onto the top of that foot and press your hip forward. So stretching into the front quads and balancing. And then keep your right hand on the top of the foot and then take your left hand forward. From here, we're going to start to hinge forward and press the foot into the hand. Hand pulls back into the foot as you lift the leg up behind you. Looking at something that's not moving. Inhale, let's come back to center. Hand on your hip. And release the foot down onto the ground. And shake the knees out. We'll move right on to the other side. So start to step or press firmly down into the right foot. Right hand on the right hip. Bend into the left knee and grab for the top of the foot. If it's there for you to take both hands behind you, pulling the top of the foot towards you and pushing the left hip forward. And then keep the left hand on the foot, reach your right arm forward. And then from here, we're going to start to hinge forward. Lifting that leg up behind you, pressing the foot into the hand pulls back into the foot. Looking at something that's not moving. Slowly inhale back to center. Right hand on your hip. And release the foot. And shake it out. Let's find our way down onto the mat. So bringing yourself down. And move my blocks over. And then from here, bring the soles of the feet together. Coming into Baddha Konasana. Bring your hands on either side of the foot. You can interlace your fingers, or you can peel the feet open. Whatever feels best for you. But what we want to do is draw the knees down. Draw your shoulders back. Reach your heart forward. Sitting up nice and tall. Grounding down through the pelvis. Pull the navel in. Nice big deep breath. Sit up tall, tall, tall. And as you exhale, let's start to hinge forward. Bringing the chest towards the feet. Tucking the chin under. Nice big deep breath here. Inhale sits you back up. And then from here, we're going to extend the right leg out to the side. Take the left foot sole onto the inside of the right leg. And then we want to keep both sit bones on the ground. We're going to walk the hands in front of us. So keep pressing your hips back. The toes are active and they're pulling towards your knee, and your heel is pressing down. Nice big deep breath. If it's there for you on your next exhale, you can start to come down onto your elbows. We are trying to keep both sit bones down on the ground, keeping the right leg active. Next, inhale, walk your hands back towards you. You're going to take your left hand behind you and out to the side. And then we're going to press down through the heel and press down through this shin. Lift ourselves up and reach your arm up and over. Nice side stretch. As you inhale, sit yourself back down. And then rotate so that you are facing your extended leg. Reach your arms up on an inhale. And on an exhale, reach forward, bending forward, hands come wherever is comfortable. So that could be on your leg, maybe it's on either side of the leg on the mat. Pull your heart forward. And then if it's there for you on an exhale, you can just draw your elbows down. Keeping the toes of that foot really active. Slight bend in the knee. Next, inhale, start to walk those hands back towards you. And we're going to switch legs. So this is more of an open position to start with. So we're extending the left leg out, the right foot sole on the inside of the left leg, and then walk your hands forward. Keeping the left toes really actively pulling towards the knee. The knee is slightly bent. Pull the navel in, reach forward with the chest. Nice big deep breath. With your next exhale, if it's there for you, coming down onto your forearms. But we're working to keep both sit bones on the mat, so the pelvic bones, the base of the pelvic bones on the mat. Toes of the left foot staying active still. Inhale, walk those hands back towards you, and then take your right arm out from the hip and slightly back. Press down through the left heel and down through the right shin and lift up and over. Nice side stretch. As you exhale, bring yourself down, and then we're twisting more towards that left leg. Reach your arms up, and exhale to bow forward. Hands on either side of that front leg or on the shin, whatever feels good. Keep pressing hips back, toes are actively pulling towards the knee. And on an exhale, start to fold forward. Keeping a nice long spine. Navel pulling in. Deep, full breath. Next, inhale, straightening the arms, walking them back towards you. And from here, we'll come into some seated twists. But let's just shake out those hips first. So hands can come behind you, bending into the knees, both foot soles on the ground. Lean back into your hands, and then let's just drop the knees from side to side. And then come back up to center. We're going to take the left foot sole underneath and on by the right hip. That's where that heel is going. And then you're going to take your right heel more towards the center of the left shin. So we do want both sit bones on the ground. You may find it's easier to sit up on a block. Okay. And then from here, let's hug that front knee, pulling ourselves in close. And then release. We're going to take the left arm, wrap it around that front leg. Sit up nice and tall, and then start to twist to the right. Take your right fingertips behind you, and draw your shoulder blades together, pulling your navel in. Being gentle with yourself. Inhale, bring your head forward first, followed by the rest of your body. And then let's take a counter twist. So take your right hand to the outside of the left knee and your left fingertips behind you and looking the other way. And inhale brings you forward, and then let's switch. So take your right heel towards your left sit bone and pull your left heel back in towards the center of your right shin. And then let's hug that leg, pulling ourselves in. And then take the right arm, wrap it around that knee. Take the left fingertips behind you. Draw the shoulder blades together. Looking behind you, navel pulls in. Being gentle with yourself so we're not torquing. Really listening to your body. Your next inhale brings you back to center. Place both foot soles on the ground. And then we're going to press the feet into the ground, reach your hands forward, and then slowly, slowly, slowly draw yourself down towards the ground. Once your head comes to the ground, bring both knees into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. And then place the left foot sole on the ground. We're going to come into figure four. And then the right ankle on the left knee. And then take your right hand and press the knee away from you. Pull the toes towards the knee. So either staying here, or you're going to start to bring the legs closer to you. Take your right arm in between the legs and grab onto either the back of the left thigh and pulling it in, or maybe your hands can grab all the way to the front of the left shin. Keep your toes active. Draw your shoulder blades down. And nice big deep breath. With your exhale, let's bring both foot soles on the ground, and we'll switch to the other side. So this time, taking the left ankle onto the right knee, and press the left knee away from you. And then either staying there, or we're going to start to bring the legs up towards us. Take your left hand in between your legs, grabbing onto the back of the right thigh, or all the way around to the front of the right shin. Drawing the legs towards you, keeping the toes active, taking nice, big, deep breath. Slowly lower the feet down onto the ground, and we'll find our way into Shavasana for the last few minutes of the practice. So bring your legs to the edges of the mat, maybe off the mat, and the arms away from the body. Palms facing up. Let the shoulders relax and maybe tuck slightly underneath you to elevate the chest. Closing your eyes. Finding your breath. Making sure to take big, full, long, deep inhales and very slow exhales. With each exhale, see if you can relax your body a little bit more. Each inhale finds the front of the body feeling really, really light. Keeping your focus on what you're feeling when you breathe. Keep that slow rhythm of breathing going. Start to bring some slow movements into the fingers and the toes. Maybe it feels good to move your head from side to side. And then make your way onto the side of your body, either left or right, whatever feels good. And whatever's on the bottom arm, let it be the pillow for your head for a moment. Bring your knees into your chest. Just taking a couple of breaths here before we sit up. Using the strength in your arms, bring yourself up to a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, so rooting down through the sit bones. And then with a nice straight spine reaching through the crown of the head, draw your shoulders up, back, and down. Bringing your hands to your heart center, pressing your thumbs into your sternum and draw your chin to your chest. Taking a moment to thank yourself for taking this time out just for you. And I thank you so much. From my heart to your heart. Namaste.